All right, we're back with another episode, ladies and gentlemen. Today we'll be reviewing House of the Dragon, season 2, episode 5,
Yeah, yeah.
and it's called Regent, right?
I don't ever read the episode titles.
I did. I read it last night, but then I was like, wait, is that what it's saying? But this episode was good. This episode was pretty chill. But you can feel the there's an intense and feeling environment between both houses, and I like it. I like it. Let's start with the greens. Start with the greens. How uh Alicent's, I would say, mood when she saw her son on that bed. What do you guys think?
Like I said, it's all her fault. She gonna act like a mom now and act like she cares. But
Mm.
Allison, it's all falling back on her because she made a mistake. So,
I still don't think that she cared. I didn't see the emotion at all. Like her face just looks like bland. You know what I mean? Like there was not much. It was not the reaction I was expecting. I was expecting, some tears or something.
Yeah,
Not
um, like she was just saying, is he gonna live? It felt like there was no emotion behind that.
yeah.
So it's like I don't know. Maybe in her mind she once she knew she messed up on picking Aegon and
Mhm.
would have probably been relieved if he actually died and not came back alive.
Right. And now, yeah, that whole it was. I was expecting a much better reaction out of her, especially with this being her son. I don't know. Maybe she's low key kind of happy about it, but who knows?
you know,
Uh, go
I
ahead.
feel like the most emotion out of Allison when it comes to who's in control, and I think that's a good segue into the next topic with who's now in charge of King's Landing, the realm.
Let's slow it down a little bit. Not yet. I got a couple more things. Before we get to that, I do like that scene that you're talking about. Before we get to that, let's talk about the Sir Kristen with Allison, their interaction. Um, I think I feel like low key Sir Kristen is sort of some way trying to pull away from Allison's a hold on him in a way, if that makes sense.
Mm.
Like she doesn't want to be like he doesn't want to be like controlled by her anymore. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but like he said, when he saw bodies getting burned and people turn to ash, it changed his mindset. So
Mm,
he's now he realizes we need somebody strong that has a dragon that's gonna lead us into battle instead of having Allison, which doesn't have battle experience. So I think him being in that fight just changed his whole mindset about what needs to happen going forward in this war.
okay.
I
Okay.
agree.
Good point. Good point. Um, Now for this next segue, I think this we could talk about both houses. Both houses. Now, in a way, you see how both women, Allison and Rhaenyra, wanting to, or at least on Allison's part, she wanted to take action. Now she's like, okay, this is my chance. I want to, put myself in a position where I can take action. Where Rhaenyra has been in a position to take action, but her council and the people around her are forcing her to sit back. No, you sit back. Let us do what needs to be done. You know what I mean? you're important to us. You know, let's, we'll do the work for you. You just, sit there and look pretty. I think it's the same way with Alice's situation, where when she presented that, that she should be on the throne, everybody just looked at her differently. They're like, yeah, we don't think, even though she has the experience before with
I
when her husband was on his deathbed, he took the position. She took the position to, you know what I mean? But then, and I like that scene, the close-up scene on her where she felt very frustrated, she felt angry. What do you guys think? How do you guys feel between those two houses, and the similarities of how, these two women are being treated?
I just think that we're seeing the mindset in that time was like women weren't respected, in times of power, in times of war, they weren't really thought of as leaders. So I just think that we're seeing that on both sides of the men are not really um they don't really see the women as a necessary thing, you know, and it's tough on both sides, but it's the reality of how stuff was back then. So yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Allison, if they would have put Allison as like the replacement, it would have went against the whole argument about why Rhaenyra is not the queen,
Mm.
because people didn't want Rhaenyra to be the queen because she's a woman. So if you put Allison as a replacement, you're kind of going against the whole argument. So I think it was the right choice to put Aemon up there, just to make not to contradict yourselves. So she had really no chance of being the queen replacement at all.
Mm-mm. And I think the thing that surprised me the most was how surprised she was that she thought she was gonna sit there.
Right,
Well,
right.
that's not gonna happen. So I don't know what she thought she was about to get into.
Yeah. And it was, and she was expecting also Sir Kristen to back her up in that position, but and no, he did not. I was like, okay, maybe Sir Kristen Cole's not whipped after all. I was like, all right, cool. And he actually made the right choice of putting Aemond on the throne. Now Aemon's on the man's on demon time for sure. You can tell by the way he's moving. He is determined, really. Um, Especially that scene when he was standing and staring at the throne. That was a tough one. That was a great tough scene right there. What do you guys think?
He's doing his part
Mm.
very, very good. If I was on his side, I want him to be king too, because
Mm.
he's the strongest person that you got on your side, first of all, and he takes care of business. So, and then you got to think about it from the people's mindset. They don't know that he took out Aegon. So, and like in the people's mindset, he hasn't done wrong yet.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So he's doing his part really well in the war. So he's just a strong force that's been conquering battles or
Yeah.
like different houses. So
Kyle?
He got what he wanted. He orchestrated it all.
Mhm.
At what cost? Yeah.
What cost, right?
I think the scene that interests me the most is him looking down on his brother in the bed. I'm like, I'm just trying to see what's going through his head. Is he wanting him to die, or is he wanting him to like survive? Because that's still his brother at the end of the day. So like, that's like a conflicting thing that's going through my mind during that
Right.
scene. He obviously wants the throne. I don't think he hates. I don't think he hates Aemon, but I just think he should be in charge instead of Aegon. So I think that's where the conflict is in his mind.
I mean, honestly, with this show, I wouldn't put it above him. You know, um, that he wanted Aegon dead, but with this, fine, he's doing his part, but how simple when you place in a certain situation, for example, of being king and whatnot, you're temporary. You know what I mean? You've come to enjoy. You come to like the the power that it comes with, the respect and all that. You know what I mean? Would Aemon give that up once Aegon wakes up? Do you think he's going? Do you think he's going to?
No, no.
Especially since he's capable of, he's not even mobile anymore. So,
Right, right.
But it is gonna backfire on him because we did see that Aegon can talk. He can somewhat.
Somewhat, yeah.
It's gonna backfire somehow, but I just wanted to know how people would react to it when it finally.
Well, Sir Kristen is the only one that knows the truth.
Mhm.
So he's kind of withholding that information too. So it's gonna be interesting.
That is true. Yeah. Damon, bro. I don't know what's going on with Damon. I need that man to move on, bro. Damon at Harrenhal. This man going through nightmares after nightmares, and it's to a point where I don't know what's real and what's if he's dreaming and what's if he's seeing things. You know what I mean? It's to I'm just confused where they also with Damon too. I don't know if this is him talking or if this is him in his dreams, but he also declared that he wants to be king. I mean, we knew that from the beginning, but now it's like he's mindset. I want the throne, and Rhaenyra can join me if she wants to. If doesn't really care. And yeah, what do you guys think with Damon? Like, what's the feeling? What's the thoughts when it comes to that?
I don't have a problem with it, honestly, because you can see he's trying to build something on his own. Like you see him doing the field work, so it's like he's trying to actually build something and get people on his side, and I don't have a problem with it because he's not like going like against Rhaenyra. Technically, he's just doing. He's trying to do his own thing, and like if he happens to take over King's Landing, she has the opportunity to come with him and rule together. So,
is it gonna be together though? That's the thing. That's the question. That's really the big question mark right there. He says we can rule together. Is that really true?
Honestly, I think that this whole thing with him being in Harrenhal is to give him a whole new character. I do think he's gonna go back with Rhaenyra and serve her. Because like things aren't going his way. Like he thinks he's doing stuff, but like I think the ladies there, the witch, whatever, is kind of reminding him of all his regrets, and I think that's gonna lead him back to Rhaenyra, for her cause. Because at the end of the day, like we can't have three separate things going on, and because like I don't know, because Rhaenyra's not gonna let Daemon sit in the throne. Like, that's just a disrespect to her. So like I just think he's there to support Rhaenyra. That's my stance though. I could be wrong.
Okay. Yeah, with Damon, it's a weird situation because you never know. You know what I mean? You never know with him. And
I think he knows.
Right. It's only him, yeah. And especially too with the field work he's doing. Like he's doing it with a fist, you know what I mean? He's not necessarily it's either you do it or you're dead. That's basically how Aemon's getting people to turn on him to his side and whatnot. I'm just like, yo, like.
But like, no, I wouldn't say that because he doesn't want to kill people though.
Huh?
Damon is not wanting to kill people.
No, but we saw like he made a mistake and like he gave the people that are serving him too much power, and then like the people that were supposed to surrender and be his armor, they don't want to fight for him anymore, because he disrespected them. So
yeah, I know that happened, but like he himself doesn't want to kill people. Like
He just wants an army.
Exactly. So he just has to learn how to, you know, give people the right power that's going to be responsible with it.
Right. The house, Rhaenyra's house is still feeling the effects of Rhaenys, uh, especially with her Rhaenys's husband. Now Rhaenyra has made him hand. Do you think that was a good decision for her?
I mean, it's the strongest ally, so I think it's the only decision to make. So, but I don't know.
Yeah.
But I would like to highlight Bela in this episode. She has some really good scenes in this episode, and with her with her grandfather and her husband to be. I thought she was kind of stepping up into that role when Renee died. It was kind of surprising me. I liked it though. It was good.
I was gonna get to that. Yeah, that was really good. Important scene for Bela, her growing into, the woman that she is to be. Her and Jace are nice paired. I like it. I like those two. They're paired real nice together with each other, and I'm interested to see how that goes between those two. Let's talk about Jace though. Jace took some action upon, on his hand to have what was that house?
The phrase.
The phrase, yeah, the phrase. He went to the phrase to have them bent the knee to Rhaenyra's cause. What do you guys think of Jace, especially in that situation? How do you think he's moving as a character? What do you guys think?
I like the way he did, but at the same time I don't, because like he's making promises that he can't keep with these people, and because Harrenhal's not even his, is Daemon's. So like he's like saying they're gonna have the castle, but like I don't know how that's gonna work, But
Right.
On the other hand, he's secured what he's supposed to be doing. So you saw his mom was happy even though he went out. He went out under her. But, I like Jace. He's trying to get stuff done, but I just hope he's not too ambitious where it gets him killed. But we'll see.
Exactly. Yeah, I was thinking the same, because I just don't want him to a point where like put him in a position where like he messes up everything, not only for himself but for the house that that he's with, and certain situations can put him in danger. And one big thing that happened towards the end of the episode was Rhaenyra and Jace talking about giving a dragon to another house. Now that is something.
Well, it's man, they got to choose the right people, because they said they was gonna look for I guess all the bastards with what kind of blood? What are they? Targaryen blood.
Yeah.
So that could be tricky.
I wonder if it's the guy in the bar is gonna be.
I was thinking the same thing. Yes, I was thinking the same thing. Could it be him?
But they don't know him.
I thought it was weird how they didn't have Rhaena do it, but
she has a dragon.
Rhaena doesn't have a dragon.
From the other.
Yeah. I thought it was weird that they didn't, like, she's Targaryen, so I'm confused why they didn't.
The one that's not the Eyrie.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's already got her own task. She's.
I know, but like people got big sacrifices. I don't understand why they didn't let her do it.
But she is also looking after two little kids already. So.
Yeah.
You can't just leave them there and like
to
take care of them.
Right. So yeah, that is a good prediction that they might, but I wonder how because he's in King's Landing, right?
Yeah. But I don't know if I like this. Like,
yeah, it's iffy. That's walking on thin glass right there, because that might
so
go south.
is a lot because like it's like at the end of the day they can be like, oh, well, why can't I be king? I have a dragon too, and
Right.
like they're probably gonna like think like she's a woman, so like they're not gonna want to. I don't know, listen to everything she says, especially if they have a dragon. That's gonna give them ego. So like I think this is a weird thing. It's really tricky how they're gonna do this.
Yeah. Yeah. One last thing to talk about. The environment in the Red Keep, the population. They're feeling very anxious, very scared. We took a they showed us a family of a mother, a husband, and a child that is very sick. Huh?
It's just interesting to me why they keep showing him.
Right, right. That's exactly why I was like, that wasn't the guy from the bar, was it? That wasn't him. Okay, because I was in my head, I was thinking that wasn't him.
Yeah, that's why here. It's kind of
yeah, he does.
It's interesting.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, are they hinting at something here? You know what I mean? That's why I asked. Was that him at the bar? I was like, you know. But yeah, we saw how a family and is trying to leave actually because they feel like the things are getting worse, and come to it, everybody was trying to leave, but they were not able to. And I feel like the people, because the people are not getting, a lot of things been happening at the Eyrie. Bodies being hung on their wall, a dragon is being paraded through their streets, and they don't know what's going on. So, and if I was them, I would be anxious too, especially in a population like this where you don't know what's going on. If there's a war is coming to your doorstep, things like that. So I would want to leave too. So, I think that was a good demonstration of the people that that makes up your kingdom, and how they because that's one thing we haven't truly seen was the people, the population. Versus in Game of Thrones, we saw a lot of that. We saw a lot of how the everybody that around that lives around the area. We saw how to interact. We saw things like that, and this was a good little scene to see. So I like that one.
Yeah. Because like I think there's not enough food to go around, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah. I don't know. I also wanted to go back to the last thing. They have 2 dragons underneath that that don't have riders.
I don't have right. Yeah.
You got to get 2 people.
Either 1 or 2.
It's got to be 2.
Yeah. And Damon, I don't know. Damon has another dragon too, so like I'm confused. Remember in season 1 we went to go see that dragon in the pit?
I thought that was his.
That was the same one.
That's not his dragon.
What?
His dragon's red. That wasn't the same dragon.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Damon has 2. He has 2 dragons.
You gotta look that one up. I don't know about that one.
I don't think you're allowed to have 2.
I don't know that.
He has 2 because he went to go see one in season 1.
Yeah, but that was his though.
That wasn't his. They wouldn't show that scene if that was his.
Yeah, I don't know.
I gotta look that up.
Yeah, might have to. But before we end, anything else you guys want to mention? I mean, we skipped over.
Damon's in love with his mom.
I don't think that's what that was.
That scene was weird.
So, yeah, I don't know what. I don't even know. I don't know.
Yeah, that whole I don't know. It feels like he's being manipulated, but then again, you're like, Damon's probably the last person I would think to get manipulated. But who knows?
Let's go ahead and rate this episode.
Yeah, what you guys think?
I'll give it like a 7. Cool 7. It was good storytelling, but you know what we're here for. So,
you saying?
I would give it a. This was decent. I would give it an 8. This was a lot of great scenes in there, a lot of dialogue, some really nice scenes, nice visual shots in there. So I really liked it. I really liked it. I really like the representation of both sides of, you know, what's going on after this battle and how it did affect, you know, both houses. So I liked it. Yeah, this was good.
Yeah, I was gonna give it an 8. I like this episode, even though it was like a lot of like talking. It was like everything felt interesting to me, so it kept me interested throughout the whole thing. So I like this episode for sure.
Exactly. Yeah. Even though there was not a lot of action, but there was a lot of tense situation. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. But yeah, anything else? All right, let's go ahead and wrap this up. Yeah, so if you guys think of anything, any questions, anything that we may have missed, you know, leave it in the comments. You know, any predictions you guys may have, you know, leave it in the comments. Don't forget to like and share. Follow us on TikTok. We also post on there too. So yeah. Support as in ways that you can. But without further ado, I'm Sam,
Chris.
I'm Kyle.
and that will be it. We'll see you on next episode. We got more to go. How many episodes left? 3?
Is it 10 episodes?
Nah, it's only. I think it's 8. Yeah, I think they're only dropping 8 this season.
We almost done.
Yeah, 3 more. I think they also might take a break too between the last 3 or 2. I think.
Why?
I don't know why. They might take a week off, I think, from what I remember. But yeah. But anyways, yeah. So we'll see y'all. Y'all be safe.